project was named Wuju Row 1216, which can be translated into 1216 to the outer space, in the hopes of serving as a space where children aged 12 to 16 can explore their own universe. The adults creating Wuju Row 1216 should be guides that help the younger generation respect the identity of one another and communicate with each other. The Earthman Zone, the librarian's office, is located where two wings of the L-shaped building cross. The office is a space that invites children to come and visit anytime they want to seek help in using Wuju Row 1216, although it is children who use and manage Wuju Row 1216. Building 245 is a place for citizens created by the city of Gwangju, experts, and local residents. As a place open to all citizens, the Citizen Plaza serves as a space that invites all citizens to engage in various activities in an urban area with a large daytime population. All of the attractions catch the attention of people. Pyville 99 captures the history and spirit of innovation of Korea University. Inside this building, made of old containers, is furniture used in the auditorium of Korea University. Pyville 99 is located in the middle between College of Science, College of Humanities and Social Science, and College of Medicine. Pyville 99 represents the school's strong dedication for a brighter future. Sinchon, Parang-gore, was created to add vitality to the culture of Sinchon's local communities through maintenance of the park. As a symbol of urban regeneration with cultural importance, it made the surrounding environment rather creative, with art object-looking exterior design and circular facades. Pohang Railway Forest Park is an urban forest transformed from a deserted railway. The railway used to be part of Donghae-Nambu Line, which was closed after the KTX line started serving Pohang KTX station in April 2015. The city of Pohang was attentive to many Pohang citizens who were for turning the deserted area into a better place. Sanyang Brewery was left abandoned for over 2 decades without serving its original purpose of brewing and producing liquors. This project aimed to construct a multi-purpose facility that maximizes the long-standing architectural value of the brewery while accommodating various needs of the local community. Through a careful restoring process of keeping elements of the original building intact as much as possible, instead of tearing it down completely and rebuilding it from scratch, the structure and building materials of the brewery remain well preserved.
The newly constructed National Assembly Communication Building shows the rules and order of the National Assembly Building. At the same time, it welcomes all people as an open National Assembly that signifies principles of democracy. To serve the purpose of the project, the current building-centered National Assembly Complex, with formal monumentality indicated by buildings and outdoor spaces, is turned to a flexible building with open areas that blends with daily lives of all people. Rain Avenue is in Cheongdam-dong, Gangnam, with stores and offices around an L-shaped area. On the north of the avenue are residential areas. From the planning stage of this project, the value of empty space between stores near Dos Santero Street and apartments was re-recognized. Instead of leaving the space as a private property, the space was transformed into Rain Avenue that welcomes people to many stores on it. Kolon Hanulche, the Gyeongbuk Provincial Office's new town, is a beautifully designed residential complex that presents the beautiful nature and long history of Gyeongbuk Province. Kolon Hanulche was designed with inspirations from landscape, windows, and colors of nature, and you can find natural design elements that blends well with the scenery of Gomu Mountain from community facilities. It is an apartment house for teachers of foreign schools who live in Korea. We wanted to return a kind of layered garden with an outdoor concept that acts as a shade for the lower house and can be occupied by each generation. Considering the house is built on a corner, one can see the texture of concrete walls and the light change throughout the day. The National Iksan Museum is a museum being constructed on the site of Iksan Miruksaji Temple. The value of the temple site, a World Cultural Heritage Site, was recognized from a whole perspective and to be maximized through the project. The site will be reborn into a museum that tells many stories, shows people of their own traces, and connects the history with the present time. Yonsei University Educational Foundation is located on a hill near Cheongseongdae, a green area on the campus. The building was designed after many visits to the site in order to find ideal solutions that understands the importance of history that can be found in houses built in the 1950s, the old pin oak, ginkgo trees, and other trees, and that blend a new building while preserving the physical conditions of the land. La Fiano is a block-type complex of 174 houses of 5 different types. La Fiano well combines the advantages of a house and a community complex by arranging units like piano keys to avoid the uniformity of low-floor terrace house, reduce noise, and ensure privacy. The complex has 14 buildings, and small green areas between each building have white birches and zelkova trees that go perfectly with the brick walls and give neutral vibes.
It is not easy for young couples to move towards rural areas. Working in downtown and raising their children in the urban environment for good education, they hardly decide to leave the city. So the parents wanting to bring up their children more like children gathered to build their house. So they started to make environment fit for the purpose with an architect, with whom they bought a land, and about 30 people of the 8 families started to have a happy meeting. Tongyeong City in Gyeongsang-namdo, formerly known as Chungmu, is a cultural city with numerous historical sites where many artists live. The client is also a classically trained vocalist. He wished to revitalize the local area by creating a cultural complex where local residents of Tongyeong can easily enjoy classical music and where visitors can comfortably stay and appreciate music. Hadeawan Housing is an affordable public housing project located on the city outskirts of Songnam in South Korea. The housing is specifically for senior citizens, recent graduates, and college students. The site is surrounded by an old residential neighborhood and tucked behind a row of commercial buildings that line a heavily trafficked street. There are 14 single units plus common spaces, which were prefabricated off-site. The Hyundai Cheonnan Global Learning Center facilitates the evaluation of newly announced models, vocational training, and educational lectures for the company's engineers. The main training center is comprised of various scales of educational facilities for programs that range from lectures to sales simulation, studio filming, and shooting. The sites of Hyundai Motor Group's Yeongnam education facilities are located in Haseori and Moonsuri, Yeongnam-yeon, 30 meters above sea level in Gyeongju. To the east and south, sea and beach views are possible, and to the north and west, low mountains corresponding to the end of the Taebaek Mountains overlap in layers, giving a beautiful view from all sides.